keep hearing, though, of a V-shaped recovery. You know, the chief economic advisor also keeps saying this. Do you therefore believe that any recovery is sector by sector, and therefore this is the wrong time for any exuberance to be displayed?
No, not at all. I think a company like ours has done relatively better because half of what we make is exported. So we are in a very fortunate position. But I shudder to think of those companies who, count among their customers largely the domestic market, that to the people at the lower end of the pyramid, if I may say so. And that is where, frankly, we've been really short in supporting both people and organizations. I mean, let me give you one data point that a company like Bajaj Auto, if it were to completely stop operations, what would be its standstill cost, as we call it, for a year, which means that we would make nothing, we would sell nothing, we would pay all wages to everyone as we did through the lockdown period, and we would have some non-operating income from our financial investments. That comes to 750 crores a year. That is the standstill cost of Bajaj Auto. The reason I'm sharing this with you is to say to you that today a company like ours has 20,000 crores of cash on its books. That means Bajaj Auto can go on for 30 years standing still and still survive. But the vast majority of the MSME cannot. And they don't have a voice. I mean, everybody in this country only looks at BSE and NSE. What about MSME?
Good line. Everybody in this country looks at BSE and NSE, not at MSME. Let me therefore ask you in conclusion, you're speaking today of opening up your minds, of opening up people's minds. You gave us a lovely line. We are moving, you're worried from herd immunity to herd mentality. I presume when you say open up minds, it means when it comes to vaccinations, universalize. When it comes to economy, think of more imaginative solutions to COVID-19. Do you think it's going to happen? Or do you fear that the Indian mind at the moment is a bit closed? It's very state-driven. You need to open it up. Not that the government knows best, but maybe the people know best. How do you open up people's minds on an issue like COVID-19?
Asdeep, I don't know about Indian minds, but I can tell you what has proved very valuable to me through these 12 months. These four thoughts. First, we must talk about relevance. I keep seeing these comparisons in terms of infection rates, in terms of death rates with Western countries, US, UK, France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Greece, etc. But when it comes to a stimulus, nobody talks about Western countries. Then suddenly that discussion doesn't happen anymore. So first of all, my submission would be, what is relevant is to compare ourselves with Asian countries, with Indonesia, Thailand, Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Myanmar. And then suddenly we don't look very good in terms of our infection rates and death rates as per the data that I saw, assuming that was correct. So I think first we must come from a point of relevance. Second, I would say, is responsibility. I think each individual has to take responsibility. It's not the government that is going to save our ass, frankly speaking. If I am a comorbid person, I better take care of myself. How I secure myself in my house or in some other dwelling is up to me. If I am a person who can work from home, I should work from home. If I need to go to work, I should go to work with caution. The other day I was in Bombay and I saw 1 million people on Juhu Beach. If people are going to do this, what do you expect Mr. Thackeray to do? There's nothing he can do. So people should act responsibly. And at the same time, government should also act very, very responsibly. Today, if the Maharashtra government, and this is true of all governments, is closing down businesses again, and if the chief minister is going to say that, look, second lockdown happened in the UK also, the chancellor in the UK doled out £9 billion or something like that. So how about, some help, particularly for the small businesses and the MSMEs in the state of Maharashtra? You can't only look at part of the picture and justify your argument. So we should all behave responsibly. The third thing I would say is that we must be realistic, because at the end of it, now, even if you take 2 shots of the vaccine, it seems that you are going to get infected. The only solace is that your infection will not be that bad and you almost certainly will not die. And government must also be realistic equally. And I would reiterate, not be so keen on playing to the media optics. And finally, to answer your question, I would say that there has to be a sense of reflection. As an individual, I must ask myself, what is at the root of this, which I believe is fundamentally my immunity, you know. And then in terms of my diet, my exercise, my rest, and things that I personally believe in, like homeopathy and meditation, I think I need to refocus my life by reflecting on these things that can keep my vitality up, keep my immunity up. And I think government must do the same. I mean, why are we still scrambling for medical infrastructure 15 months after we made that argument? I think the shelf life is over for that argument. So I think, being realistic, being relevant, being responsible, and reflecting appropriately is very, very important in this context going forward, because this problem is not going to go away in a hurry. So I think the R in Rajdeep is a very important alphabet in these times.
You know, Rajiv Bajaj, listening to you, I think I haven't heard more clear-headed views on COVID-19 and the 4 R's: relevance, responsibility, reflection, that you've spoken out today are R's which I hope people will listen to. Your name starts with R, Rajiv, so does mine. And we've given people, I hope, plenty to reflect upon and a bit of a wake-up call. We need to open up our minds. We need a better strategy for both COVID-19 and indeed perhaps for the economy. Thank